What up, Mafia Nation? I'm MAGZ.
I'm LVT.
And we're here to do another reaction video for you. Let's get it.
Alright, y'all. Very exciting. We got recommended to do this video.
Quite a few of you have recommended it, but unfortunately, we were only able to find one to give credit for, so we are thanking Thelma-matic. Today we're getting into Babymetal, the unhelpful guide to Babymetal. I have not seen any documentaries from them as of yet.
Me neither. I did an unhelpful guide to Blackpink, and that was a lot of fun. It was much shorter than this one, though. This is like a 40-minute video.
It'll be alright. We'll
get through it. I'm excited to learn about some Babymetal, but before we get into it,
don't forget to subscribe.
Smash that notification bell.
And as always, like, comment, and share so everyone you know can do the same.
You didn't sing me the song.
Because sharing is caring and caring is sharing. Da, 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 da.
I thought you didn't love me there for a minute. I was like, what the hell, Ryan? I thought we were good friends.
I thought we were tight, man.
Alright, let's watch some Babymetal.
Oh hey there, this is my first time making a video like this, so I hope it goes well and is entertaining and educational lol. This is a mildly unhelpful, but also hopefully mildly helpful guide to
Babymetal,
a J-pop metal fusion band formed in 2010 by Japanese company Amuse. Speaking of Amuse, they are notoriously quick with copyright claims, so I tried to keep everything concise enough to make it past them. Please cross your fingers they don't decide to claim this for literal seconds of songs. One thing I do need to say first, because it bothers me to no end, Babymetal is one singular word. There is not a space in it. There has never been a space in it. I know it can be kind of confusing, since it's usually stylized with baby on top and metal below, but it really is one word. Anyway, that's enough for the intro.
Alright. I thought
Are they on Abbey Way? That's what that's called.
Right? I don't know. I have no idea. Probably.
Well, I mean, there's a double-decker bus.
Anyway, I always thought it was common knowledge that Babymetal was one word. I didn't know that people got it confused, but oh man, this is gonna be a helpful guide. But at the same time, that computer-generated voice is gonna be painful. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I love you, man. I appreciate you putting this together, but that's gonna be painful to listen to.
We're doing
really is one word. Anyway. That's enough for the intro.
Oh, I get
Ladies,
it. The Beatles.
Non-binary folk,
okay,
etc. Without further ado, let's get into it.
They're so cute.
Firstly,
I want to die.
The old freaking old me screen. I miss the me thing.
Before we get straight into Babymetal, we need to get into their origins. The group started as a club, or subunit, of the J-pop group Sakura Gakuin, which has the school concept, and is meant to educate girls, to prepare them for the entertainment industry. The youngest in the group are 10, and once they reach 15, they graduate and move on to whatever they choose. Many go into acting or continue singing. There is even one graduate who does voice acting for Love Live. Side note, why does this robot man say Gakuin better than pretty much every non-Japanese person? Wow, a Japanese speaking icon. Although, it is really said like...
He's a robotic voice.
Thank you.
He did his best though. Okay, moving on. Because Sakura Gakuin is meant to be an idol school, there are various different clubs, or subunits, that members participate in. Babymetal was formed as the Metal Club, and they originally debuted as a trio with one lead singer, or vocal and dance, as well as two sides, classified as scream and dance.
Listen, we just reacted to that video.
I know.
And I've watched it pretty frequently since, because I'm like, oh my god, I can watch it, yeah, I can watch more things. Because, like, listen, y'all, we genuinely try not to, like, watch or listen to anything that we haven't reacted to yet.
Yeah.
Because we want that genuine reaction for you guys. So, like...
It really sucks because, like, there's so much good stuff.
Right.
And, like, it's just like, oh, man, I want to watch more. And then Bob's, no.
No. Get it on camera.
That's it.
Okay, so we're going to learn about Sue.
Sue Metal.
Look at how she is.
But she has that face, though, that's just like death glare. She's got the death glare down.
Yeah.
So hard.
Or vocal and dance, as well as two sides, classified as scream and dance. The members are lead Su Metal, and sides UE Metal, and Moa Metal. Some of the other units in the group include the cooking club Mini Patty, who released the absolute banger Achati Curry, and the Baton Club Twinkle Stars, which both UE and Moa were also a part of during their time in the group. Sue, however, was only ever in the metal club, probably because, as the lead vocalist, she had the most parts. Now for some specifics. Babymetal is the originator of a metal subgenre referred to as kawaii metal, or cute metal, as it meshes the girls' J-pop background with a dark metal sound. Their producer, Koba Metal, formed the group as he had wanted to experiment with combining these two different genres together. He chose each of the original three specifically. Sue was chosen for her strong vocals and powerful stage presence. Yui and Moa for their twin-like appearance, short statures, compatible voices, and unparalleled cute energy. Babymetal debuted at Sakura Gakuin's first show on November 28, 2010 with their song Doki Doki Morning. They continued to perform only at SG shows for a few years, before announcing their first concert series in 2012, which would mark the first time they performed with their live band as well. This band is known as the Kami Band. They have a few musicians who switch out, but generally have had the same set, play with them, since 2012.
Wow.
And no, these aren't the only musicians who have played, or currently play with them, but these guys have done a huge bulk of Babymetal's shows over the years, so I'm highlighting them. There are a few others sure, but these are the guys you will see the most. Also, it is important to note that Babymetal was created so as to give girls and young women a group to look to for inspiration and relatable songs. The group is meant for women, so if any old metal dude tries to gatekeep the fandom, because you're a young woman or you don't like metal, please remind them of this fact.
やっぱりベビーメタルの歌詞は結構私たちとか女の子が共感できる歌詞がたくさん込められていて、だから私たちも歌っていてすごく歌いやすいし、あとはそういう意味でもメタルとかを知らない女の子とかにもたくさん聴いてもらえてるんじゃないかなって思ってます。
The group really was meant as just a subunit in SG, but ended up continuing on despite the graduation concept as Babymetal's popularity and committed fan base gave Muse a reason to keep the group together, even as each of the girls graduated from Sakura Gakuin. So, even though Sue graduated 2 years before the others, she stayed in the club, as did Moa and Yui once they graduated as well. Babymetal performed as this trio for 7 years, but everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Wait, no, not that. Everything did change, but...
They went there. Please tell me you get the reference.
I know it's Avatar.
Yeah, okay.
But, like...
As long as you got that. It was just because he was being so serious. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. This guy.
Fire Nation attacked. Wait, no, not that. Everything did change.
It is
but
funnier
we'll
in a
get to
robot
that.
voice, though.
First, let's get to know the original three, the Holy Trinity, if you will. Sue Metal, or Nakamoto Suzuka, was born on the 20th of December 1997. She is an absurdly talented and stable vocalist who literally never flubs singing live. We stan a queen. She started her career young, doing modeling and singing.
Oh, wow.
She also went to an acting school in her native Hiroshima. In 2007, she signed with Muse, and originally debuted in a J-pop group called Karen Girls in 2008. The group only lasted about a year as it was formed to sing songs for an anime. During her pre-SG days, she also formed a duo with her older sister Himeka, who is a former member of J-pop group.
Hold up. I gotta pause it again. We got yelled at for the last time because of how they had that anime sound, but she was literally in a group that was just formed for animes.
Yeah.
Okay. Because people were like, that's racist. I was like, I'm not saying that every J-pop song or J-metal song sounds like it should be on an anime. I just said that one had a video game anime feel. And to find out she was in a group that was just specifically for anime intros and outros, that's just...
She also formed a
Got you
duo
all
with her
fired up.
older sister
You're a little
Himeka, who is a
angry.
former member of J-pop group Negizuka 46.
中本鈴鹿です。
She ended up being chosen for Sakura Gakuen and eventually Babymetal because, despite being tiny at the time, she caught producer Babymetal's eye due to her strong presence and vocals.
I just want to hug
Now for
her.
some bits about lovely Queen Sue. She has the most lethal death glare of all time.
She does.
Most accurate thing I've heard.
She is the tallest, but still very small, standing at about 5'1".
No way.
ありがとうございま
It's
す
great to meet you. You guys are awesome.
Listen, y'all, I'm 5'4", so like she's shorter than me.
She is always very professional, and is an interview champ.
明日にライブを控えているのですごく楽しみだし、またここに戻ってこれてすごく今幸せです。I was really nervous, but after a few songs, the audience is the hands in air and they're screaming, and yeah, I'm a really great time.
Look at her go
It's
speaking
good.
English.
We are very honored. At first, we are very nervous, but after a few songs, the audience react to our singing and dancing. They are doing the folk sign and singing along. It was great.
Her stage presence is truly something to behold. Watching her at any point is a treat. They have been singing some of their songs for nearly a decade, but you would never guess that watching Sue. She puts her all into every performance, and is just amazing to watch. She is seriously one of those singers who sounds much better live every time. Her voice has matured a lot as well, and she has been able to portray more emotion with her voice. She has been sounding better and better recently, and I'm immensely proud.
I really like that song.
Tell me why you love
What song is this? Let me know.
Tell me why you know is that true?
My heart.
Here is a small voice comparison. She has a drastic on-off switch. In other words, she is the cutest queen, but she also eats men's souls for breakfast.
Yes.
Amazing. Come. Definitely come.
Let's get quick.
Also,
She's
she
such
has
a
been
badass.
crucified
She
on
is.
3 separate occasions.
JK,
Is this
it's 4.
important? Probably not. But I felt the overwhelming need to put it in anyway. So here you go.
Oh man,
That was dope.
that is crazy.
Not that all the other ones weren't,
I guess just that the thing they put her on is
Anyway, Sue Metal is a queen deserving of all the love and respect in the world. Next up, Yui Metal, or Mizuno Yui, was born on the 20th of June 1999. You may hear her referred to as. She is known to be the best dancer of the group, and is referred to as the Angel of Dance. If you're looking to learn Babymetal dances, you should definitely watch Yui Metal. Not only is she the best dancer, she is always very precise and accurate with the choreographers. She actually decided to be an idol after watching Karen Girls. Yes, the same group Sue started in. Yui literally saw Sue years before they would be in the same group together, and decided she wanted to be like her. That is so cute, I'm going to cry. Also, Yui and Moa danced to a Karen Girls song for their entry exam into Sakura Gakuen. They also later performed the same song together with Sue at a Babymetal concert.
That's funny.
We love a full circle. She is small and cute and very much aware of both of these facts. Yui also looks like Squirtle and has precious chubby cheeks. She is the most shy and speaks only occasionally, i.e. when spoken to, in interviews.
Doesn't talk unless
When she does
forced.
speak,
That's aggressive.
she is concise and
A little
factual.
bit, yeah.
And we challenge English. You are going to love it. 私たちベビーメタルにはキツネ様という神様が
Who is your favorite singer?
アリアナグランデ Yes, of course. I love the UK.
Her main contribution to interviews is Justy Woo. Sue does most of the talking, Moa chimes in when needed, and Yui just says a woo. Despite her quiet nature, she has monstrous stage presence, and is always killing it in live performances.
It's crazy. She can perform in front of millions of people and be great, but is shy to talk.
Yeah. That's a real thing, though.
Her nickname is Yui Bot, both because of her precision whilst doing choreography, as well as her lag, which is in reference to her tendency to fall asleep in interviews as well as her slow reactions to things going on around her.
I feel you, girl.
If you really want her to talk, just ask her about tomatoes, which are her favorite food.
It says that your favorite food is tomatoes.
True.
And tomatoes, do you like eating tomatoes, like just chomping into them like eating an apple, or do you just like tomatoes on things?
あ、そうかじって生で
Yeah, eating it just like that?
兄ちゃんめっちゃ食べるの上手なんですよ生の
What a cutie. Finally, Moa Metal, or Kikuchi Moa. She was born on the 4th of July 1999. American Independence Who. I only know Moa Metal. She is an absolute angel in every possible way, and puts out an obscene amount of love towards literally everyone, but mostly Sue. Her favorite pastimes include staring at Sue, making Sue laugh, smiling at Sue, and so on. She is often referred to as best metal, because she is a force on stage. She eats a lot and literally never shuts up about food. If there is an interview going on, Moa will,
Wow.
without
No
fail,
one do you
bring
know
up
what I
food
eat
in
for
some
dinner?
way.
はいアメリカのまず最初に楽しみなのはアメリカの食べ物です
Oh, don't, girl. You listen. You don't want American food.
No, you don't.
We're used to it because we've been fed it our whole lives, but it's literal garbage compared to the rest of the world.
It really is.
It's just preservatives and sugar and diabetes.
And diabetes.
最初に楽しみなのはアメリカの食べ物です
That's not her favorite chocolate.
ミルクホワイト
Or do you just binge on pizza the whole time?
I'm hungry. I want to eat fried chicken.
Oh my goodness. That's
Home is where I eat delicious food with my friends.
is when I eat a delicious cheesecake. All right.
Despite her love of food, she is the smallest small. She claims she isn't small, but she is in fact very small indeed. She is literally like 4'10", but in true short person form, she insists that she is not small. But she is.
テニス部に入った
But she is.
なぜなんで
ちっちゃい頃小2から小4かな
ちっちゃい頃
When I was,
ないです
I'm not small.
Yes, you are. I'm not small.
Despite smallness, she is crazily buff.
Buff Moa.
Like, her biceps are huge. duff mower, duff mower, duff mower,
Oh,
duff
man.
mower.
She does
duff
have some
mower,
guns. Look
Duff
at her.
mower,
Right?
duff mower, duff mower, duff mower.
wanna call me
duff-
small?
She also has dimples and the cutest smile. She is a very loving and emotional person. She cries a lot and always speaks of her friends and bandmates with the utmost love and respect. While Yui may be the best dancer, Moa is definitely the best at crowd interaction. She is a very entertaining performer who is always playing off the energy of the crowd. If you want someone in Babymetal to acknowledge your existence, especially if you're a girl, get in front of Moa. She is known for eye contact with younger women in the crowds. She loves to have fun too, and she engages in copious amounts of on-stage antics. What a sweet bub. Black Babymetal, a subunit of sorts consisting of Yui and Moa, whereas Su had solo songs on their first 2 albums. Yui and Moa had Black Babymetal songs together. Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait. They have arguably the most metal song in their discography, IEC's Anger, the jam to end all jams.
So this is their stuff without Sue?
I guess.
They have an adorable friendship and their
Should we write
songs are
that
really
down?
fun and catchy.
Yeah, I feel like we should.
And because they are the
because
same age,
I'm
and were very,
interested.
very small for the bulk of their time in SG, they were always paired up
Anger.
together.
It's there. We got it.
So yeah, Black Babymetal is great, and have some amazing performances. Also this is irrelevant, but I was lucky enough to hear a Black Babymetal song live at my first show. It's a shame they don't perform their songs anymore, but more on that later. Now for some lore. Babymetal have a lot of mystic stuff surrounding them. Why? Well honestly so Koba can keep info from fans. But also to give the girls privacy, so it's okay I guess, especially because the girls started so young and J-pop fans are immensely creepy. The main lore is the Fox God, or Kitsune-sama. Essentially, they claim to receive instructions from a metal entity known as the Fox God. It's weird okay I know, but we just roll with it at this point. You will hear them say only the Fox God knows in interviews a lot, especially in the early days, as a way of not having to answer certain questions. Yes, it had a lot to do with their minimal English for sure, but it was definitely used more often than really necessary.
Only the Fox God knows. Secret. Only the Fox God knows.
Nowadays they are pretty self-aware, and generally use it more as a joke than anything.
Only the Fox God knows.
This is a great answer.
But you will see foxes everywhere when Babymetal is involved. They are literally featured in some way, shape and form in all of their shows, merch, and so forth. Seriously. Foxes are their most consistent symbol. It's what they make with their hands too, as opposed to the sign of the devil usually shown in metal. They have some shows with the most extravagant fox designs ever. I mean, hello.
That's cool shit.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
Okay, so
I
this
wanna know
isn't
where that
necessarily
show is.
lore, but I
Right.
couldn't decide where else to put it, so it's going here. When they introduce themselves they say Babymetal Death, as well as death after their names. This is just a play on Desa, i.e. saying who you are in Japanese, but mispronouncing it's likely to have a cute, but metal way of introducing themselves. There is also the song Babymetal Death, that they would always start shows with in the past.
スーメタルです。ユーメタルです。モアメタルです。We are Baby Metal.
Also not lore, and I even forgot to put it in the slideshow, but they refer to their fans as the One. So if you see anything about the One that means you, lol.
We called the one. The one.
Oh, so all of them together are the one. All right.
They also have a lot of lore that relates to light and dark. This mainly has to do with their opposing sides of cute and metal, and is mostly shown in more recent shows, and on their most recent album. Essentially, Legend S starts off stating a new legend has arrived with light. Later on, they have a show titled Dark Night Carnival. Therefore, we have both a light show and a dark show. The light comes from hope, whereas the dark is fear. The fox god is said to send a beam of light that leads to a goddess who must sacrifice herself to the light in order to be reborn as a new messiah. After this death, she flies off so as to use her voice to put lights in the sky in the form of stars. These stars shine down on the people, who become the one. Light and dark are opposites, and cannot exist without each other. And when light and dark intersect, a strange dimension known as the Metal Galaxy forms. This is where the Chosen Seven come in. They are the figures in the Distortion music video, and are related to a comic released, Apocrypha, fictionally telling how Babymetal came to be.
Say, this is very comic
So,
book.
there are said to be
sense.
7
That's the
metal
one that we
spirits
reacted
that
to. We had no
transcended
idea what was
space to
going
the
on.
Metal Galaxy,
Makes
which
sense,
is the
though.
only place they can be seen and revealed as the Chosen Seven. They were led by an invisible force to this dimension, known as the Metal Galaxy, which is formed when light and dark intersect. So all of that leads us to the Metal Galaxy, which is the concept for their third and most recent album. We love a space theme. So essentially, due to the fox god's divine intervention, metal spirits were sent out, some of which found their way to Babymetal, and with this meeting, they made an odyssey to the Metal Galaxy.
Whether this encounter was by accident or by fate, no one will ever know for certain. All happens in the name of the fox god.
So from 2010 up until 2017, Babymetal performed as a trio at countless Japanese shows, eventually branching out to different areas around the world. Their popularity really soared in 2014 with the release of meme hit Give Me Chocolate. With the success of this song, they were able to branch out even more, and go on world tours. During this time they released 2 albums, Babymetal in 2014, and Metal Resistance in 2016. The Metal Resistance tour kicked off with a headlining show at Wembley Arena in London, and finished with 2 shows at Tokyo Dome, their biggest crowds yet. And now the calm before the storm. In 2017, Babymetal held
Look
a
at
concert.
those cool fox god masks.
Oh, those are bad.
I want the green one.
That's gold, though.
It looks green. Are you sure?
It's gold, I promise.
Oh yeah, it definitely says gold fox, huh? Okay, whatever. I want the white one then. Bite me.
For the storm.
Rude.
In 2017, Babymetal held a concert series in Japan,
Black and red ones.
known as the 5 Fox Festival. As the name suggests, there were 5 festivals, ending with the Big Fox Festival shows in October. It was unknown at the time obviously, but the Big Fox Festival would mark the last time Babymetal performed as their original 3. December 2017 would be when Su Metal turned 20, and so 2 shows were scheduled to celebrate this big event. The shows would be known as Legend S, or Baptism XX, to honor Su's big day. It was announced just before the show that Yui Metal had been advised by her doctor not to perform due to her poor health. However, the show must go on and all that, so Babymetal performed as a duo of Moa and Sue. This was the first time the group had ever performed without a member. Yui's spot was empty, and the choreo was clearly the same as it had always been. Just sans Yui. Moa only did her lines in the songs, and the crowd helped sing Yui's.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Part of the
that hits
statement
me and
about
feels
Yui
a little.
reads, quote, Yui Metal is unfortunately not feeling well, and doctors have suggested that it is in her best interest not to perform. We regret
Damn,
to
look at
inform
all those
this
fox
unfortunate news and
That
truly
is so
apologize
cool,
in
though.
advance. We considered cancelling, but came to a final conclusion to hold these performances as scheduled, end quote. Please take note of the truly apologize, and, in advance bits, as I have a lot to say about them in a moment. Legend S ended, and fans assumed everything would be back to normal once the girls performed again. But unfortunately, something happened before any new shows arose. 2018 began with a tragedy, as Mikio, one of the guitarists in the Kami band, fell from an observation tower while stargazing. He passed away as a result from his injuries on January 5th.
That's insane.
Baby
I didn't
Metal
know
song
that.
Starlight is
Yeah,
considered
there's
to be a
few of
tribute to
them where we were
Mikio.
watching him and they talked
And
about
thus,
him passing
we have
away.
arrived in the year of hell. That was 2018. The new
Oh,
year
wait,
did bring
yeah,
new...
I do remember reading that. I guess I just never put, like, the face to...
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so sad.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. That sucks,
Well,
man.
for him, then. Yeah. Man.
Arrived in the year of hell. That was 2018. The new year did bring news of a new world tour, to being in Kansas City, Missouri in the US in May. Fans just assumed Yui would be back and performing with the others as no announcement was made otherwise. Remember that bit I said to take note of? Here's where it's relevant again. So it wasn't announced until after that Kansas City show, that Yui was still on a health hiatus and would not participate in the tour at all. I was actually at this infamous Kansas City show. It was dead ass my first Baby Metal show ever, woo, and I can attest to the fact that the atmosphere was weird. No one had any idea that everything would be so different. They wanted fans to know about the change for Legend S, but decided to just leave us all confused as all hell trying to figure out what was going on. Unlike Legend S, the formations for choreography had changed, with Sue and Moa switching back and forth with one in front of the other, and Moa had begun singing all of Yui's parts as well. They were also joined on stage by numerous backup dancers. Don't get me wrong, it was still an amazing show and Sue and Moa deserve all the respect in the world for working as hard as they have to keep Baby Metal going, and keeping their energy the same as ever despite the circumstances.
For sure. That
I still don't understand why Koba, or whoever just abandoned the girls like that. Koba Metal.
It was a war criminal.
They really just threw them out there to a confused crowd, and for what? They were terrified. Sue has literally said how scared they were for this show too, stating that she was afraid they would get booed or have things thrown at them, which is immensely sad. Fans reacted so poorly to Yui being missing, just for the Legend S shows, that they had genuine fear they would not be accepted without her. If you were the type to leave annoying comments on social media demanding to know where Yui was, I hope you feel like shit. Okay. Moving on. The tour continued, and while there was some anger and confusion still, it ended up going as well as it could. With the conclusion of this tour, there was a show announced for October in Japan, called Dark Night Carnival. But just before this show was to take place, we got the announcement most of us assumed was coming. On October 19, 2018, Yui Metal officially withdrew from Baby Metal, citing her continued health problems as the reason. At this point, it had been a full year since she had last performed with the group. That same day, Starlight was released as a single, and again, many fans believe it to be a tribute to Mikio and maybe even Yui also. I hope all the people crying in the comments on Instagram about Yui being gone, or where's Yui know, that she cited the fact that she wasn't able to recover fast enough as part of what 18 was proving to be chaotic as all hell, and would be remembered as the end of an era. But everything ends, time keeps moving forward and so must we. So now on to the new era. And now, Dark Night Carnival, Baby Metal's first show as a duo. This show is tied heavily with The Chosen 7, which is why Moa and Sue appeared on stage with 5 dancers.
Okay,
It was
that
also
makes
the
sense.
first foray into the dark side of Baby Metal. Whereas Legend S was the light, Dark Night Carnival is the opposite, the dark. Which, as we remember, are both needed in order for the Metal Galaxy to appear. This dark side also gave us a completely new look for the girls in terms of styling. Old dudes who complained about this superior look are weak, and will not survive the winter. Anyway. One of the backup dancers for this show is Saya, who would go on to fill in Yui's old spot during shows in Southeast Asia and Australia. Way too many old dudes were also really mean to Saya for no reason other than she was in Yui's old spot. Saya, being 18 at the time. The nerve of this fandom sometimes. Stop insulting young women.
And don't make me tell you again.
But, because these shows were
I like
after
this
Yui's
guy.
official departure, they could definitively put someone in her spot as opposed to the US tour, when they reformed the Korea, to not look like someone else was where she should be. Saya was only the first to fill that spot. But for a while, several months in fact, there was nothing going on. And then, a new album was announced, to be released at some point in the year. Also, 4 new shows were set for June and July 2019 in Japan. Awakens the Sun Also Rises, and A Rises Beyond the Moon, which would serve as Legend M for Moa's 20th birthday. And with these shows, we were propelled into the real new era of baby metal.
And to support Sue Metal and More Metal, 3 brave Avengers were summoned by the Fox God. Today, 1 out of these 3 chosen dancers will be selected. But who will be summoned is something only the Fox God knows.
There were now going to be 3 backup dancers who would switch out in the 3rd spot. Their names were never actually announced or anything like that. It was fans at the shows who figured out who they were, and let all of us know. The Avengers never have mics, they just dance. And they are in fact considered new members in a way, especially considering Sue and Moa have spoken about them in interviews.
About this new addition to Babymetal.
They are the Avengers.
The
You
Avengers.
know, yes. And chosen by the Fox God. はい、彼女たちが加わってくれることによって、本当にベビーメタルに新しい風が吹いていて、本当に毎回の公演で影響を受けていて、私たちも成長できていたらいいなと思うので、私たちの姿をこれからもたくさんの人に見ていただけたらいいなと思ってるので、ぜひライブに来てください。
So, who are they? Day 1 of the Sun Also Rises show gave us our first Avenger, Riho. Day 2, our second Avenger, Kano. And finally, Super Slipper Festival in Taiwan gave us our third Avenger, Momoko. Now let's get to know these 3. First up, Riho Metal, or Sayashi Riho. She was born on the 28th of May 1998. She is a former ace of the J-pop group Morning Musume, and is known to be a really good dancer. The general reaction to her performing with Babymetal has been, given her status as a J-pop icon.
Wow.
She graduated from Morning Musume in December 2015, in order to focus on other things outside of the limelight. She has been the Avenger at quite a few shows so far, including multiple in Japan, Glastonbury Festival in the UK, Brixton in the UK, numerous shows on the US and Europe legs of the Metal Galaxy World Tour, as well as the Forum show in LA. Despite being an incredible dancer, she is very clumsy.
Oh my goodness! You saw her fall down the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh man.
I feel you. I feel you, girl.
She is also a ball of chaos.
Oh
I can't.
my.
Her laugh is great, and it amuses me immensely.
It's very innocent for how much chaos she just put out there.
She is also a really charismatic performer on top of being a great dancer, and she makes sure you never forget she is, and always will be an ace. She's also small. I feel like that's just a Babymetal requirement at this point. Because she's like lower levels of small. One more thing, remember how I said Sue was in an acting school in Hiroshima back in the day? Well, guess who was in her class and even performed together with her? Next up is Little Baby Kano, or Kano Metal, or Fujihira Kano. She is the youngest and her birthday is the 28th of August 2004. She is the current student council president of Sakura
She just
Gakuen,
turned 16.
which, side note, is a position that both Sue and Noah held back in the day. She is the Avenger in the Papaya, Elevator Girl, and Shanty 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 music videos. She has only done shows in Japan, though, and did not participate in the Metal Galaxy World Tour. She is, and I mean this in the kindest way possible, a very strange child.
She got second to last.
イラ去年何位でしたか
正解ですイエーイイエーイイエーイいいのちょうだい変な人
Kano performed Give Me Chocolate at a Sakura Gakuen show as part of a unit shuffle. She was in Moa's spot. As a result, we have her saying, yet another small. However, considering she's an actual child, maybe she will be less small in the future. But for now, she is very very small. She is also in a somewhat newer Muse unit called at 1-5, so she is one busy bean. This could also be part of why she isn't touring. And
I
finally,
recognize the
Momoko
name
Metal,
at
or
1-5. I feel like we've gotten some comments to check
Have we?
that out. I feel like we have. If that's something you guys would like to see us check out, or in the Discord, plug.
could also be part of why she isn't touring. And finally, Momoko Metal, or Akazuki Momoko. She was born on the 3rd of March 2003, and is a former member of Sakura Gakuen. She graduated from the group in 2018, and had been doing musicals.
そんなこんなでちょうど番犬の妻
She has been the Avenger as much as
musical
Riho,
was
with
that?
numerous shows in Japan,
I wanna
Super
know.
Slipper in Taiwan,
Somebody tell me.
shows in the Metal Galaxy World Tour in the US and Europe, as well as
Seems
the
like a
Forum
pirate
show.
one.
She is literally the smiliest, happiest bub. Even happier than Moa, and that's saying a lot. Metal or whatever, I'll just smile. She is the tallest Babymetal member now, which isn't really saying much, but she is a teeny bit taller than Sue. She is just out there living her best life and I appreciate it immensely. Also, she and Kano were in Sakura Gakuen together, and she was in Mini Patty, and wore the yellow bandana, which was worn by Yui during her Mini Patty days. The Avengers are all talented and wonderful, so I better not see anyone comparing them to each other or Yui, as comparisons are not at all necessary. They are all great in their own right and do not deserve to be compared for petty nonsensical reasons. But yeah, for now it seems we will have all three continue to switch out. At recent Japan shows, all three were on stage together with Moa and Sue, so that's pretty cool as well. Nothing keeps me up at night more than thinking about how young Kano and Momoko are, and how many creepy middle-aged men follow Babymetal.
I can't protect them
But yeah, now we are up to 2019. With the Avengers in tow, Babymetal embarked on a new world tour to promote their third album, Metal Galaxy.
Who the fuck is this?
The album was announced to be released in October, the same day as a headlining arena show in LA at the Forum. The US leg began before the album release, which was a dumb decision, but dumb decisions just seem to be a Muse's MO at this point. Riho and Momoko, as mentioned, did the entire tour. They would do smaller shows by themselves as the Avenger, but for the Forum, they both participated, just switching out every few songs. This formula, of having multiple Avengers for bigger shows, has carried on to the recent Japanese shows. This November 2020 will be Babymetal's 10th anniversary, and therefore something big will likely be happening. Some people think they'll add in a member permanently. Maybe they'll bring back Babymetal Death, as it...
I don't think that happened. As much as this guy was hoping.
I'm pouting. Stupid Rona. Had to ruin everything.
Could you imagine what they were going to do for their 10-year?
Listen, I have seen Babymetal live once. once, and it was at the APMAs, and it was great, and I loved it, but that's not their element. That's not their show. It's not their props and their giant stage setup and them in their, like, just doing their own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Like,
So,
their genuine element where they can set the stage up the way they want to. Yeah, that would be super dope to see.
Yeah. So hopefully concerts will come back soon, and I can see me some Babymetal, because I just...
That'd be dope. Unless somebody loves us enough to fly us out to Japan to go see it. I would go see it. I would do it. I might not come back, but I'll go.
We'll leave you there. We'll leave you in Japan.
Oh,
Your family might not like that, but, you know.
They'll add in a member permanently. Maybe they'll bring back Babymetal Death, as it is a song used to introduce themselves, and since Yui is gone, they will add in the Avengers, just one, or maybe all three. Honestly, who knows?
Only the Fox got knows.
And with that, we are caught up to where Babymetal currently is.
That's it?
I hope you learned something about Babymetal and
40
enjoyed the
minutes.
video. It turned out way longer than I
fast.
anticipated. My bad.
It turned out way longer than I anticipated.
Kitsuneza.
You okay, Queen?
See you.
See you.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
so,
man. Well, that was cool. That was, like, super, super educational.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I didn't know, but they had oh, man. There's a lot of things I just didn't realize about their past.
It's going to take a minute for all of it to sink in, because that was a lot of information. Like, I'll probably have to go back through and watch that a few times so I can, like, get it all. But, dude, that's super sad about their band member that passed. Like, I couldn't imagine, you know?
Yeah, that's rough, man. Especially because, you know, they were so young and going with that person for what he died in 2016 or 17. I can't remember again. So a lot of knowledge, but still, like 6+ years, and then that person's gone. That sucks.
Yeah,
man.
dude, that's insane.
But thank you guys again for recommending that for us. If you have
Especially Thelma Matic.
Thelma Matic. You guys have any other suggestions? As always, let us know in the comments. Check out our Discord. Our list is getting quite bulky because, you know, every video we get a lot of requests. If you want to get bumped to the top of the list, check out that donation link below. Make sure, though, that when you do donate, you leave the name of who you would want to react, if it's anybody in particular, artist name, song name, and if possible, a link to the video.
Yeah, makes our lives a little bit easier because, you know, we don't want to look at the wrong thing and then have you guys be upset that you sent money and we're not watching.
Because that has happened, unfortunately. So we want to help us help you, make you happy.
Yep.
But you could also check out any of our social media links scrolling below.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. But yeah, anything else you would like to add?
I think that we are good. I'm excited. I loved this. I'd like to do more of this with either maybe Babymetal or some other bands that you guys recommend. Maybe Dreamcatcher?
Yeah, Dreamcatcher. I will have to look into that. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Till next time.